Lytudiep says hello to everyone. Jame officially proposed to Lytudiep with his wedding ring. But it was his father. Will he agree this time? Or will he still be cold like the other times? Let's wait and see. The morning light poured softly through the tall windows of James's office. Papers were neatly stacked on the desk, and the hum of work filled the air. He had just finished reviewing the latest contract when one of his staff approached. "Boss," the young man said, "everything's been completed just as you wanted. The partner from the other side has accepted the terms." James nodded with quiet satisfaction. "Good," he said, "let's keep it that way." A phone rang on the desk. James answered, and a familiar, commanding voice came through. "Son, finish what you're doing and come home. We need to talk." His father's tone hadn't changed in years, calm, yet cold, the kind of voice that carried authority even through silence. At home, the old man sat across from James's mother, Huyen, in the large living room. "The company is doing well," she said softly. "Maybe it's time you let go of the past and let the boy live his life." Her husband's jaw tightened. "Live his life? You mean marry that girl, Diep? She's a good woman. You've never even met the child they adopted. She's lovely, gentle." "Adopted?" he interrupted sharply. "Do you even know whose child that is? What if it's hers from before? What if she's hiding something?" Huyen sighed, her voice trembling. "You always think the worst of people. James trusts her, and I do too. He's not a child anymore, he knows what he's doing." The old man stood up, pacing toward the window. "I built this life with reason, not emotion. If I had followed my heart, we'd all still be living in poverty. I'm not against her because I'm cruel, I just want what's best for him. Diep has no education, no background, she can't help him build a future." Huyen looked at him sadly. "Sometimes, what's best for our children isn't what we think, it's what makes them truly happy." But the man only turned away. "You and James are the same, ruled by feelings, not sense. That's why I worry." Later that evening, James arrived home, still in his work clothes. He found Diep waiting by the roadside, selling the last of her fruit. "Done for the day?" he asked, smiling. "Yes," she said shyly. "I sold everything." "Then come with me. I want to show you something." He drove her up a narrow road that wound through the hills. From there, they could see the entire valley, their home, the river, the small factories shimmering in the distance. The wind brushed against their faces as the sun began to set. "It's beautiful," Diep whispered, "like a village from a storybook." James nodded, eyes distant. "I brought you here for a reason. There's something I've wanted to tell you for a long time." She turned to him, her heart suddenly beating faster. He took a small box from his pocket and opened it. Inside lay 2 simple silver rings. "I know I've asked you before," he said, voice trembling slightly. "Twice, actually. And both times, life pulled us apart. But today feels different. I don't want to wait for the perfect time anymore. Because the truth is, there is no perfect time." He slipped one ring onto her finger, then held out his hand for her to do the same. "This isn't a proposal," he said softly. "It's a promise that no matter what happens, even if the world turns against us, we'll still walk forward together." Tears filled Diep's eyes. "I'm sorry for refusing you before," she whispered, "but I'm ready now, truly ready." James smiled, though there was a heaviness in his gaze. "I'm glad you are, but there's something you should know. My father still doesn't approve." "I know," she said. "He doesn't trust me." "He doesn't trust anyone," James replied quietly. "He's afraid I'll lose everything you worked for. But what he doesn't understand is that you are my everything." The wind picked up, carrying the sound of distant bells from the town below. For a long time, they sat in silence, fingers intertwined, watching the sky turn gold. Back at the house, Huyen found her husband sitting alone, staring at an old photograph of their son as a boy. "You're going to lose him if you keep this up," she said gently. The old man sighed. "He'll come to his senses." "Or maybe," she whispered, "you're the one who needs to." Weeks passed. The business grew. The workers were paid, and the new wood shipments arrived right on time. James handled everything with quiet precision, just like his father taught him. But in the midst of all that order, he carried one wild dream in his heart: to build a home with Diep. He no longer sought his father's permission. Some things, he realized, weren't meant to be approved, they were meant to be lived. So one morning, before the world had fully woken, Jame and Diep stood on the hill where he had once given her the ring. The air was cool and clear, the valley still wrapped in mist. "This is where our house will be," he said, pointing toward the open land. "We'll build it ourselves, brick by brick, no matter how long it takes." She looked at him, smiling through tears. "Even if your father never accepts it?" Jame took her hand and pressed it to his heart. "Then we'll build it anyway. And one day, when he sees how happy we are, maybe he'll understand." The wind rose again, scattering petals from the wildflowers across the hillside. Their laughter echoed softly, fragile, yet full of life, like two souls daring to believe in love after the storm. Sometimes, love doesn't need approval. It just needs courage, the kind that builds a home in the face of doubt, and keeps it standing through every storm.